Rivka. You want to say your full name and how old you are?
Eva.
Yes, how old are you?
Eat, you don't talk.
9. And where do you go to school?
Elementary school.
And where do you live?
Winwood, PI.
Okay, and who is this handsome man right next to you?
I can't hear.
Zeidi.
Zeidi. Who is Zeidi to you? How are you related to Zeidi?
My great grandfather on your side.
Very good.
No.
Okay.
Okay. The first question is how old were you during the war?
During the war, the Second World War, I was in the 20s.
Okay.
I was, let me tell you exactly. In 1941, in 1941, let's see, I was 25.
Okay.
25 years old.
Okay. And the second question is, how did you meet Bobby?
How I meet Bobby? I met Bobby, I think, on Fishbowl. And we met, and we fell in love, and we went out for a while, and then we got married.
Where did you
Where? In Poland.
Okay.
What year was that, Zeidi?
What year it was? 1941, I think.
1941. And where in Poland? What town?
In Raworska.
Raworska. That's where Zeidi was raised, Eva.
When were you and Bobby together in the war, and when were you separated?
I didn't hear it.
When were you and Bobby together in the war, and when were you separated?
We were at certain times separated. Wait a second. Right after the war, we were together. But before the war ended, a short while, we were separated.
Okay. Where were some places you hid during the war? Where were some places you hid?
Places? What do you mean by places?
Like, where did you hide?
We hide in bunkers and in the forests.
Okay.
Eva, do you know what bunker is, honey?
But
It's one of those places where the people will,
they're not there. But there were bunkers. We were 11 people.
and who were some of the people you were hiding with?
What?
Who were some of the people you were hiding with?
Some, my 2 brothers, A.B. and Duvchu. You know them? You
No.
met. I think you know A.B. and Duvchu. And my sister Rivchu, Regina. She lives in Israel.
Florida. Israel? When and where did you and Bobby get married?
And we got married in Krakow. We got married to Krakow.
Wait, what year?
And the year actually was like 41.
A lot of stuff is happening in 41. Okay. When were your children born and where?
What?
When were your children born and where?
Ola was born in Poland, and what's her name? Susie, your grandma, was born in Germany, in Nuremberg.
What were the names of the towns?
What?
What were the names of the towns where they were born?
Susie was born in Fürth,
Okay, and
Nuremberg, but in Nuremberg in a hospital.
Okay, and what about Antiola?
We had a doctor, but no hospital.
But what town was it?
Raworska.
In Raworska? Okay.
Okay. Did you get shot during the war?
What?
Did you get shot during the war?
No, but I was injured in the back.
Okay. How did you survive?
I survived in the forests and in the bunkers.
How did you eat and drink?
What?
How did you eat and drink? Like,
We had to go to the farmers to buy. Some of them gave us for free, but the Polish people, they
and the
sold us.
last question is, what did you do during the war to help others, and how did others help you?
I didn't hear it.
Do it two separate questions. It's too much for him to.
What did you do during the war to help others?
But to help others, that I went for them for food, and they didn't go because they were endangered to go. I mean, I was more mentally developed, and that's what I organized. I organized the whole bunker.
And how did others help you?
Likewise, I mean, each one helped each other, you know. Otherwise, you couldn't survive.
Okay, thank you, Zeidi.
You're very welcome.
Do you have any other questions that aren't on the sheet that you want to ask from your heart?
Well,
Do you know the names of all of Zeidi's brothers and sisters?
what's the names of all your brothers and sisters?
Huh?
What's the names of all your brothers and sisters that were in the
The
war?
names which remained alive,
And the ones who...
my oldest sister perished. Her name was Rachel.
I'm done.
And my oldest
I would
brother,
like a
his
water.
name was Joseph, with his wife and two children. My oldest brother was married, perished with his wife with 3 boys. My other brother had 1 boy and 1 girl. Yeah. And then my youngest brother, who was just bar mitzvah at that time, Isaac, he perished same time.
Okay, thank you.
My parents,
Do you know what Zeidi's
you ate
parents?
up the whole cookie?
Do you know what Zeidi's parents' names were,
What's
honey?
your parents' names?
What?
Your parents' names.
My father's name was Baruch Mordechai
And your mother?
Hadassah.
Okay, thank you, Zeidi.
You're welcome. You will remember it?
Yeah.
Wait a second. Who was named
Hadassah
after my father? Hadassah? I don't.
is mommy's middle name is Hadassah. Susie.
Mommy's.
Mommy is Zelda Hadassah.
Mommy's is, yeah,
Zelda Hadassah.
Zelda Hudas.
Right.
But she
Two
changed
names.
her name.
Yes. And my father is Benny, Avi's son.
Oh, he was named after.
Was the oldest son, was named after father. And then Mona named, because the Avi's son died in the army,
Mhm.
Israeli army.
Yeah. Mhm.
So the Mona named her son Benny. You know?
Benny, I thought.
What?
Benny, I thought. Mona's son's name is Benny,
Benny.
but he calls him Baruch.
From Benny, from
Mhm.
Ber. And do you know that? What did I want to? Wait a second.
I'm thirsty.
You're thirsty, Eva? Can you get Rivka a
There's
drink, please,
in
honey?
in the fridge there is a bottle of Coke. Take out and take a cup. Go help her. Otherwise she spill it. And
Wait, where's the cups?
the cups are there near the kitchen.
Okay, Mommy, you can stop.
No, I won't. I'm going to ask Zeidi some questions too.
There.
I'll stop until you come back, okay?
Mommy, can you?
You're right.
Babe.
Oldest son. He had 3 boys. 3 boys like dolls when they used to come in the house.
What are their names? What were
What?
their names?
Their names? I remember Shuli was the oldest one. Mayo, and the third one I don't remember. My mother, when they came into house, they were not for this marriage.
Who was not for the marriage? Your mother?
My parents, they didn't like the shidduch.
Between
Because
No,
they
who-
didn't like it, wasn't so prominent.
who? Isaac's wife?
no, Joseph.
Joseph's wife?
Yeah. And so, but later when they got married, and the boys used to come in the house, she had 3 boys like dolls. And my other brother married a girl. Also, he was going out with a girl which my parents didn't approve.
No.
In Europe was a shidduch. You had
Did they approve of any of the shidduchs in your family?
but I don't hear that.
Did they approve of any of the shidduchs in your family?
Later that changed.
No, but did they approve of?
My other brother married a girl, Blanca.
Uh-huh.
Very beautiful.
And they
I have
approved?
pictures.
They approved of her.
Yeah.
Who did Blanca marry?
Schleune.
Shlomo.
Blanca Stiglitz. Her sister remained alive as a Polish maid.
Mm-hmm.
She lives in Israel. I don't know if she lives still alive, but she was younger than I am. But I
Eva, can
cannot
you get my
talk.
phone,
I get
sweetheart?
very emotional. The people who survived, like the Blanca sister, had nothing, not even Zerrissenheit.
What does that mean?
They were Stiglitz.
No, you said they didn't have anything even, what did you say in
You
Yiddish?
have to talk louder.
What did you say in Yiddish? I didn't understand the word. You said that they had nothing?
They had nothing. Because if you work if you are a maid, at that time you used to pay the whole year $50. Wow. And the food what she was getting, because there were a lot of poor people.
How did, since Antiola was born before 1946, right? Mommy was born in 1946?
Who?
My mom was born in 1946.
1946,
And
yeah.
what year was Ola born?
I think 1942.
And how did she survive the war? She wasn't with you in hiding.
She wasn't with us. We gave her to a Polish family.
Who was the family?
Who were the family?
I don't know.
Polish people.
Who were they?
And they were willing to take her. You pay your money.
But you got to them at the end of the war, so or they survived, right?
Yeah.
What were their names? Did you have to pay? Because you had to pay
don't
them.
They're not alive. They're not alive anymore. The woman which kept us, our maid, she's not alive.
What was her name?
Marenia.
Marenia.
Marenia Kohut.
She saved you. Your bunker was in her house.
She took us and she saved our life. She is the only one. She kept us till the end of we got liberated. She had nothing. She went to the fields by the end. I had fur coat. Sit down. Don't walk around with that. Anyhow, it's not a pleasant situation to talk about it. I was very lucky. But I came in to help give Mommy the money.
I'll take it before we leave.
Yeah. Watch the glass.
It's okay. I'll have it in the car. The good, Rivka? Do you know that Zeidi has a sister named Rivka?
I tell you,
She
that one time I came in and I said to Dufchu, they thought I was coming.
Mommy,
I lost my mind. So I said, B'sheyat, it's meant to be that we shall survive. You know why? I was going at night in this street from Pollock with 2 breads here, big round breads. In the right side in the coat, I had a gun, very long gun. So I had to make a hole in the pocket. The thing shall go down, otherwise it would stick out from the pocket. And all of a sudden, it was snowing, and all of a sudden, I remember the area exactly, Frederick's, all of a sudden, I see shiny buttons. When you see shiny buttons, either the Ukrainian police or the SS.
So who was it?
It was too close for me to run away and right or left. That's it. So here's my nan, but he will go with me. And I keep the gun like that, and he comes over to me, and he asks me in Ukrainian, where is the Fredra 45? Automatically, I turned around and show him a house which is lit up. This is the house 45. I'm going to buy the violin there. So yeah, he's playing the violin out there. And he tells me in Ukrainian, thank you, дякую. And he told me down. I didn't walk straight away. I jumped over a fence and lay down in case he changes his mind. I was laying maybe 15 minutes. And when I came into the bunker, I say, when this guy was blind, it's just meant that I should live through.
He didn't ask you for papers or anything. He didn't ask you for papers or anything.
Papers at night, 10 o'clock.
Okay, honey.
You don't even ask for
There's none
papers.
to the left, Zeidi.
What?
There's none to the left.
What? Leave it here. I'll throw it out, okay? My sweetheart. You're a good girl. I'll throw it out. Listen, there were other occasions.
When was that? That story that you just told?
What?
The story you just told with the gun in your pocket? When did that take place?
This took place in the beginning, when before we had the real bunker. We were going from one bunker to the other.
This was before 1940?
1941.
This was 41.
At 441. 41, 42.
Hello?
Huh?
Hello?
41, 42. So, Zeidi, when you did Bobby hide with her family and you hid with your family? Or did Bobby hide with her parents and you hid with your brothers and
We
sisters?
were at one time together, and then we got separated.
Were you ever with Bapchu?
But
And with Bapchu's
we
husband?
were at the time with Babchu, with our father.
she's interviewing.
But then
You mean Babsu Eva.
Who do I mean?
Babsu Eva.
Who's Bapchu Eva?
Well, I asked Zeidi the questions for the interview.
Who was Bapchu Eva had a daughter? Do you know what her name was?
Eva.
No, her name was Rivka. Her name was Regina.
Regina, Bobby.
That's who you're named after. That was Bapchu Eva's daughter. That was my grandmother. Make sense?
And named after Eva.
Well, Eva was named after Bapchu Eva. You were named after Bobby Gina. That makes sense?
Yeah. Mommy?
Come here,
Yes, honey.
We should go home.
Give me a little
Mama
kiss.
said that we should go home soon.
Okay.
Because
Yes.
otherwise,
I put
Mom's
it
going to
in
be, Mom, you're going to be driving in parts of the dark.
But
Ah,
a
okay.
little
You're
square.
right.
Band-Aid.
And Mom, if you want to miss someone,
Hi, Rivka.
hi, Mom.
How old are you, sweetheart?
4.
4. You're actually 4.5. Do you know
No,
that?
I'm not.
No, you're not? Okay. You actually are. You turned on August 3rd, you turned 4.5. Hey, can you sit up like a young lady so I can see you? Okay, now go over to Zeidi because he can't hear you from so far away. Okay. And now why don't you ask him any questions? You have to look at him, not look at me, because otherwise he won't be able to understand your questions.
Wait.
Yes, sweetheart. Thanks, Eva.
Okay, you're welcome.
What do you want to know?
Why are you pointing at me?
Because I like you.
You like me? I love you too. But now I want you to look at Zeidi and ask Zeidi some questions. Like you're on TV. You have no questions? Do you know how old Zeidi is?
90.
He's 90. Very good. Do you know when Zeidi's birthday is?
No.
Do you want to ask him?
When's your birthday?
My birthday.
Wait, don't block his whole face.
Turn around.
But-
Turn around to
Turn around because
Zeidi.
he's going to answer you.
My birthday was May the 3rd.
May the 3rd.
1966.
Who else has a birthday that's on the 3rd? Anyone we know? When is your birthday?
February 3rd.
Very good. Okay, you're blocking Zeidi's whole face. You have to look at Zeidi, otherwise I can't see Zeidi. Do you have any other questions for Zeidi?
No.
No? Okay, so just say something like goodbye, or I love you, or
Bye, I love you.
Okay, don't talk to me, talk to Zeidi.
I told you.
Ah,
But your back is, all he sees is, he sees your butterfly wings. Eva, do you have any last words that you would like to say?
No.
Okay, did you enjoy your dinner at Kosher Delight?
Yes.
Good. Okay. We'll say bye, Zeidi. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Bye.
We'll come back with Ariel.
Bye, Zeidi.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You left the prisoner of war camp,
Camp, yeah.
in Germany in 41.
Yeah.
And it was you and who?
What?
Who were you? You were alone?
What, 4 guys.
Who were they?
We all survived together. They arrested us, the Russians. They're accused of spying for Germany.
Who were the 4 guys?
Oh, yeah.
Who were they? Their names?
One of them was Lodek Bekish. The other one was Zuch. The second name I don't remember. And one of them was Arnold. They were all from that Berg. I come from our. They arrested us, kept us 4.5 months in jail, accusing of spying for the Germans.
This was after you left. This is after you left Germany.
After I escaped,
This is after you escaped, and this was in Belzitz that they caught you. No.
we crossed the border near Belgium. He was working in Belgium to build the camp.
Who?
This guy, my friend Fishburne. Not he alone, like hundreds of them. But at that time they didn't kill, so after he worked 6 months, they let him go, and they took other guys.
So you escaped from the soccer field.
But
You escaped from the soccer stadium. When you were in Germany as a prisoner of war.
No.
No, didn't you say you were in a soccer stadium?
Yeah, I was there, but from there they took us to Germany.
Oh, to a jail.
Yeah. No, not to jail, to camp,
To a camp, to a labor,
POW camp.
to a PO. So you escaped from the POW camp,
We escaped from the POW camp.
and then went
Went through
across the
Poland,
border to Belzitz.
and we went to I went to Belzitz. The border was there, so we didn't know what they building in Belzitz. First 2 years later, we found out that's a death camp. We didn't know. We thought it's fortification against the Russian army.
Wow. Bobby Gina told me that she had a cousin in Belzitz.
Yes.
Who lived in a flour mill.
Yes. Yeah.
What-
I think his name was Kessler. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I was named after her.
Yeah.
The wife was Leah.
Yeah.
Leah Kessler.
I didn't know that. Anyhow, I know where the flour mill was, but it was Belzitz was a little village. Was
When you saw Fishbein at Belzitz,
What?
when you saw Fishbein at Belzitz, were the Kesslers already gone?
What?
When you bumped into your friend Fishbein at Belzitz when he was helping to build it, were the Kesslers already gone?
Of course they took away the Jews from there. There were no Jews anymore there. There were very few Jews there. Anyhow, so nobody knew what they were building. A matter of fact is, we went to work before we went through the border. We went to work the Germans. We had no food. So the Germans were hiring everybody, building fortifications against the Russian tanks. So we were the 4 guys, we worked for the Germans and they paid us until they found out that we are not Jews.
That you are
We
Jews.
didn't tell them. They didn't tell us that we are Jews or Ukrainian. We came there and we told them we are prisoner of war and from the other side we cannot go through, we need to work. Without question, tomorrow morning you come to work. They gave us work, and at that time they were paying the Polish people 2 mark for an hour, and the Jewish people 1 mark. They were complaining the Jews are not so good workers. But we didn't tell them that we are Jews, we told them we are prisoners of war. They didn't ask us for any documents, nothing.
So they paid you 2 marks?
And then,
Who thought you were spies?
then one day after working, and we already made big progress from this digging of the ground, they took us to the kitchen, and in the kitchen we had a lot of food. And the cook loved us.
This was at Belzitz?
But
Was this at Belzitz? No. This was
a
someplace.
small town before Belden,
Okay.
so it was Lashov. So then, one day, and we had company, Jewish company, girls and boys, we were coming every night, playing domino, cards, not for money, just. And one day we get a call from the paymaster, the officer, and during work time, and we come in, we were wondering they were very happy with us because in the kitchen we washed the dishes for the cooks, we did everything for them, for guys young, and we were getting everything to eat as the soldiers, and paid good, and everything which was left over they gave us.
So what happened? They thought you were spies?
He comes over and he salutes and he puts one question. Are you a real Poles? Didn't ask if you're Jews. Was very a decent person. He didn't ask only this one question. Seid ihr richtige Polen, if we are real Poles?
So what did you say?
So everybody was trying to say something. He recognized right away what goes on, and he said, thank you. It came Friday, they paid us only, at that time they didn't kill yet. There was no order to kill yet. At that time, they paid us Friday, instead of 2 marks per hour, they pay 1 mark. Made Jews, didn't say anything, nothing. So, but our situation was very difficult because none of the soldiers thought for a second that we are Jews. They thought Polacks. They didn't.
So what was the part about the spies? When did they think you were spies?
The Russians, when you're in jail with them, they accuse you that you came from Germany. Everybody who comes to Russia is a spy.
So this was before you had this job?
No, this is afterwards.
Afterwards.
When I crossed afterwards, we decided we're going to cross the border.
Go to the bathroom, Eva.
We're going to cross the border.
Go to the
And we went.
bathroom.
This we decided. Come here, Rivkale. When Zeidi talks to you, yell. You're supposed to yell. You're not supposed to yell. Give me a kiss. You give me a little kiss. Come. Come.
We pass it round and round, and where bedtime bear stops, you are out. Okay, I'm out. We pass bedtime bear around, we pass her round and round, and where bedtime bear stops, you are out. Okay, Hadass and I are out. Okay. We pass bedtime bear round and round, we pass her round and round, and where bedtime bear stops, you are out.
Get Ben.
It's a surprise bear. She's surprised.
Here we have Rivka making a picture.
Hi.
Oh, there's Eva. She's making pictures too. Oh, there's Eva. Hi, Eva. And Geffen. Say hi, Geffen.
Hi.
Oh, and Adasa. Hello.
Dad, Molly.
Oh, Molly.
Hi.
Okay, wow, look at everyone doing their work. Wonderful. Let's take a picture of everybody. The whole table. Wow, big table. Okay, let's see what you've done. Hadassah, you want to show me what you did? Look at that. Ooh, very nice. Ava, what'd you make? You made some pictures? Beautiful. How about you, Geffen?
Yes.
Oh, terrific. And Molly, look what Molly's done. Really nice. Looking on the maze. And
Look.
Eva.
I did this
Mm-hmm.
and this.
You could blend the whole party.
Look, Ava. And I'm
Wow.
going to do this.
Hey, Rivka. What have you done, sweetheart? You want to take a look at the camera? Say hi.
Eva. Oh.
How about Secret Bear? Ava, you made them. You know what it is.
So
Other people
hard.
can guess. Who has Secret Bear? Someone has Secret Bear, I think.
I do.
Oh, you do.
It's pink and it has a pink bird.
It's
It's not a purse. It's a lock.
Oh, so it has a lock on it. Why would it have a lock?
Because
Oh, what do you think, Geffen? Why would
it's a secret and you don't.
you keep it under lock?
Yeah.
The secret's with a lock. Okay. How about, raise your hand if you're going to guess this one. And I think one of you has it. Surprise Bear. Rivka, who has, Geffen has Surprise Bear. And what does Surprise Bear look like?
Purple.
Okay, and what's on her picture? Or his picture. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
Star and flowers or something.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know what it
it's
is
a
actually.
Jack in the
It's hard to see. It's a Jack in the Box. Anyone know what a Jack in the Box is?
Hi.
Right, where it goes, "Whoop." Okay, so it's a surprise, right? The Jack in the Box makes music and then all of a sudden, "Whoop," surprise, something jumps out.
Yeah, I have that.
You know that one. Okay, I'm going to ask you one that none of us have. What do you think Tenderheart Bear looks like? First, what kind of picture? Ava, yeah, what would be on a Tenderheart Bear?
He has songs on it.
Okay, that's